in Chapter 4, we're working on division again, just like we did in Chapter 3, but this time we're going to have 2-digit divisors instead of 1-digit divisors. But since you already learned how to divide, it's going to be a really easy chapter for you. So today we're talking about using estimation to check for reasonableness in your answer. So if we're doing 836 divided by 76, we can round, remember we round the divisor first, so we can round 76 to 80, and we can round 800 to the nearest hundred to make the problem 800 divided by 80. As we discussed yesterday, you can cross out a 0 on this side and a 0 on this side, so we'd be doing what is 80 divided by 8. So the answer would be 10. So we know that when we get our answer for 836 divided by 76, the answer needs to be reasonably close to 10. So now usually when there's a 1-digit divisor, you would just look at the first number. Obviously you can't do that because you can't take 8 and divide it into 76 groups. So instead you look at the first 2 numbers. So how many times can 76 go into 83? Well, 1 time. Obviously you could even look at the tens place and know that if there's 8 things, it can be divided into 7 groups 1 time. So that was your dividing. And then next we'll multiply, subtract, and borrow down. So 1 times 76 is 76. And then we're going to subtract. 13 minus 6 is 7. And 7 take away 7 is 0. Now we got done with dividing, then we multiplied, then we subtract. Now we have to bring this guy down. Now we have to go back up and start again. So let's divide again. What is 76 divided by 76? Well, that's easy. The answer is 1. So then we divided. Now we multiply. 1 times 76 is 76. Then we subtract. And our answer is 0. And since there's nothing else to bring down, that gives us our remainder. We don't have one. So our answer was 11. Is 11 reasonably close to 10? Yes, so our answer is reasonable. Now with this next one over here, we're going to estimate as well to check for reasonableness. So we're going to turn, we have 30 right here. So if we leave that with 30 and figure out, what could I turn 751 into so that I can use compatible numbers to get reasonably close to 751. If I turn it into 750, then they will be divisible together. So I can cross a 0 off over here and a 0 off over here, and then it becomes what is 75 divided by 3. 75 divided by 3 would equal 25. So we know that if I take 75 cents and divide it by 3, it's going to be a quarter. So our answer to this next problem that we're getting ready to do is got to be reasonably close to 25. Okay, remember we can't just look at the 7 because we know that we can't take 7 things and divide it 30 ways. We have to look at the first 2 numbers. So how many times can 70 things be divided into 30 things? 2 times. But the answer goes right here by the 5 because we're working 2 place values over. So 2 digits over. So we divided. Now we have to multiply. 75, or 2 times 30 equals 60. Now we subtract. So can we divide 15 into 30 groups? No, we can't, but when we drop down the 1, now we can. So if I have 150 things, how many times can I divide those into 30 groups? So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, or 30, 60, 90, 112, 150. I know that they can go together 5 times. That was my division. Now I'm going to multiply. 5 times 30 is going to be 150 because 5 times 3 is 15 with that 0 added in. Now I'm going to subtract, and that leaves me with 1. Now since there's nothing left to bring down again, that's my remainder. So my answer is 25 remainder 1. Is that reasonably close to 25? Yeah, it's really close. So I know that my answer is most likely right because I checked for reasonableness with using compatible numbers or estimation.